The Nintendo Switch is without a doubt my favorite console of all time. But just because of what a great handheld pocketable console it is, the Nintendo 3DS is definitely my favorite handheld console to take on the go with me. So for this video, I'm going to be talking about some Nintendo 3DS games that I cannot live without. So the first game on this list is one that I just keep going back to because it's just such a fun game to just pick up and play for a few minutes or even a little longer if I want. And that game is WarioWare Gold. In my opinion, this is one of the best WarioWare games in the series as a whole. I think this game is actually a lot better than the WarioWare games that we've gotten on the Nintendo Switch. The mini games in this are a lot of fun, over 300 outlandish micro games, and if you know anything about Wario as a character or the WarioWare series, you know he gets a little crazy. But this game just has great pick up and play gameplay. The presentation is also great. It has fully voice acted cutscenes, which for some reason they didn't put in WarioWare Get Together for the Switch. I find it kind of funny that this 3DS game was made with higher quality than the follow-up game that came out on the Switch. But this is definitely one of my favorite Nintendo 3DS games of all time, just because the 3DS is just perfect to take on the go, play for a few minutes here and there, or longer if you want, but this game is just a great one. Kirby Planet Robobot, without a doubt, is one of the best 2D platformers on the Nintendo 3DS, and in my opinion, probably the best Kirby game of all time, probably my favorite. The only one that comes close is Kirby and the Forgotten Land on the Nintendo Switch, which is a 3D platformer, but I don't know, this game is just really amazing. It's just really fun getting to enjoy that 2D classic Kirby gameplay with a little twist to it, because you do get to get in these mechs and just destroy stuff and use copy abilities with the mech. That is really fun as well. And I also do like the shoot 'em up stages, the shmup stages that they put into this game. Very good game. One that I just can replay over and over, just play a little bit here and there when I'm gaming on the go on my 3DS. One that I would definitely never get rid of, and one that I highly recommend if you haven't played it yet. Star Fox 64 3D. This remake or remaster, whatever you want to call it, made this all-time classic game an even better game in my opinion. This game is actually one of my favorites of all time. And I just think this game is just so perfectly suited to the Nintendo 3DS. The sound and the graphics are both great. They made the graphics even better. It looks great on the Nintendo 3DS. The option to have the 3D with this game is awesome, looks great. And another thing that I love is the controls. This game just controls and plays great on the 3DS. And I just personally feel that this is better suited to a handheld console just because it is not the longest game. It's pretty fun and short. You can get through it pretty quickly. And I actually beat this game on my 3DS just being out and about one day, just playing a little bit here and there, and just had a blast with this game on the go. And this is one that I just love to take with me if I'm going to get a haircut at the barber shop or waiting at the doctor's office, whatever it is. This is a perfect game on the go. And the only thing that I would say is inferior to the other versions of this game is the voice acting, in my opinion. I do prefer the original voice acting, but other than that, I prefer everything else about this game. And I know you can play this on the Nintendo Switch Online expansion pack, the original N64 version, but in my opinion, being able to own this physical copy and actually just the game itself, the controls, the gameplay, the better graphics, this is still the superior way to play Star Fox 64, in my opinion. Donkey Kong Country Returns 3D is definitely the superior version of Donkey Kong Country Returns, as everyone knows. This game was great on the Nintendo Wii, but being able to play this on the 3DS without the waggle motion controls just makes this game even better. And this game is just perfect, amazing on the go. has the amazing music and soundtrack from David Wise, that classic, awesome Donkey Kong Country 2D platforming, peak gameplay, and this is just a treat to be able to have on the Nintendo 3DS. One of my favorite 2D platformers and one that I will never get rid of from my collection. One that will probably always be in my 3DS rotation of games that I play. For those who've never played this game and don't like a pretty tough challenge with their 2D platformers, you might want to stick to Kirby or Mario instead of this one, because this one is definitely much harder than those games and does provide a pretty good challenge, but it's not cheap or anything. It's definitely fair and still a really fun game. Super Mario 3D Land is definitely a classic platformer for the Nintendo 3DS. This game is basically a great mix of 2D and 3D platforming in one great package. And one thing that I just love about this game is how it pays a lot of homage to Super Mario Bros. 3 with the boss levels where you're on that ship where they're shooting all the bullet bills or missiles at you, whatever you want to call it. And also bringing the Tanuki suit back. That's a really cool power up in this game. And this game is just plain fun. This game is just really good to just pick up and play anytime. Just a lot of fun, classic platforming gameplay. Honestly, it's nothing out of this world, but it's one that I definitely wouldn't get rid of from my 3DS collection because it's just such a great game to pick up and play, one that I enjoy a lot. And I know these games aren't true Nintendo 3DS titles, but some honorable mentions are just the virtual console games that you could download. Games like Pokemon Yellow, Super Mario World, Donkey Kong Country, the original trilogy. Being able to purchase these games, see them on the menu screen with their original console next to them, whether it be the Super Nintendo or the Game Boy, it just felt special, and it just felt really cool being able to download these titles digitally and own them on your system forever, no internet connection required. I know we have the Nintendo online thing with the Nintendo Switch right now where you get a lot of games on there for cheap, but it was just so cool being able to have them on the virtual console, and we still haven't had some of these games come over to Nintendo Switch Online like the Pokemon games. So those are my Nintendo 3DS games that I cannot live without. But let me know down in the comments below, what are some of your favorite 3DS games that maybe you can't live without? And also, if you like this content, please help me out by hitting that subscribe button, that like button, and that notification bell. And until the next video, peace.